I think that when I started, I was really excited to learn all of the sword fighting, you know, full-on choreography fight scenes. I think I learned one, and as soon as the director saw it, he was like, no, let's tone that one down. You look like a ninja. That's not what we're after. I think to play somebody who doesn't actually seek the satisfaction in the action that she's carrying out. Usually you watch action movies, it's kill, kill, kill. It's really interesting to watch. All of my action is motivated by fear, and you know, this girl is not crippled by it. Every, you know, that flight or fight feeling, when it comes down to it, you would think Snow White in fear would go, it's, for whatever reason, she's so delicate and so sweet and so ultimately who you think Snow White is, yet at that last moment, she doesn't go like this, she moves towards it. And that's why she's a leader, that's why she was born to do what she does. And I think the way we could make Snow White an action hero was to keep her the ultimately compassionate, but not supremely selfless. Like, she still is human, she still needs to really dig through this, like, mud pit to get to these really beautiful qualities, and you watch her do that. She doesn't have it in spades in the beginning. It's difficult for her to become Snow White, and so that was easy to get behind. And Charlize blows your hair back when she walks in a room. She has this energy that is just like, I mean, it is penetrating and not intimidating in a way that makes you feel bad about yourself. Like, I want to push back. I want to stand on my tiptoes around her. I really wanted to impress her the whole time, and that's how I always feel around actors that are really good. I've looked up to her obviously my entire life. She was the one sturdy, solid block standing in the middle of this movie saying it's probably going to be good. So it's kind of one of them, why I wanted to do the movie, and then in working with her, it was really awesome to see that it was like, wow, we do this for the same reasons. We're willing to hurt ourselves for the job. We're willing to, like, we want to get as close to the experience as we can. I can tell you a lot of actors aren't like that. So I think that she does things for her. It's very clear that she does things for no one but her, and she's also really funny and hilarious. So.
I never actually crossed paths with Charlize on set. I mean, for obvious reasons, I did sort of observe her work, you know, kind of whilst I was approaching, you know, one particular scene. So just having the opportunity to kind of watch her in action, you know, you can't help but feel very lucky and privileged. You know, she's been somewhat an inspiration to a lot of upcoming actresses or whatever, because of, you know, her fantastic performances. And yeah, she doesn't mind looking ugly, you know, and for a beautiful girl, that's I'm sure that's very rare. Like, but she, you know, she's not afraid of people not liking the character, or, you know, she always sort of finds a way of making, or understanding why people are making those choices. And I think that the great thing is, especially, you know, about both of them, both Snow White and Queen Ravenna, you know, both the actresses playing them, you know, they've approached it in such a strong way, and, you know, I think it really shows on the screen, personally.
Thank you.
Taco?
I grew up in Los Angeles, so this is shameful. I think if there's one language that I could pick up like that, it would be Spanish. We go to all these different countries, and they ask you to do tags into the camera. And, Lily Collins is one of a really good friend of mine. We both found out that we got the jobs at very similar times as well. And you know, I don't have much of an opinion, to be honest. In order to play, that's such an outsider's view. You know, we have to actually do this and live it. And I think we didn't ever start in this thinking like, ooh, what impression are we going to leave with people? What are we going to? Obviously you do a movie because it says something, and you know that if it affects you, it's going to affect other people. But it's, you know, the main concern first and foremost is how it affects you. And you know, I think that they're really different movies. I think that there's an audience for both. I think Lily did, you know, from what I can see, she did a really great job. And I think this is so much more of like this is a fake story. This is like literally just something that people can write about and get hits on their website. It's not even, it doesn't even exist. They're two separate, very different movies. And yeah.
Yeah, and I think the competition is what, you know, where that question falters, I suppose. Just because I don't think there is competition. I mean, it's no different to like anything really. I think all it has is a character called Snow White in both, and that's about it. You know.
The story is so, originally the story is, it could never be a movie. It's tiny, it's very short. Whoever was going to tell it in a film version needed to elaborate a lot, and we just did it in many different ways. And I think, definitely the prince, come on.
I personally go for the vampire. She'll live forever, you know.